SGC is the place to be. Happy hobby. I'm Dave Gunness. Today we're talking about how to submit your cards to SGC for grading. SGC is the best grading site around. These guys sponsored for the 2023 PAX Extravaganza. And we have 10 cards we're sent. Actually, we have 11 cards. Actually, I have a bunch of my own that I'm sending them. So I thought, you know what? Now's the best time ever to do a step-by-step how to submit your cards to SGC. I'll show you what I do with the cards, how I prepare them, how I get them ready to ship. And then also I'll show you on the site screen grabs of what I'm doing. So you see, oh, okay, this is what we do here. We create a, okay, we did that. All of it. You'll see it right here in this video. So you can also submit some cards for SGC. Tell me what you're submitting to SGC so we can be excited for you. Okay, so let's get right into it. First, you want to identify the cards that you're going to be submitting. So once you figure out what the cards are, you're going to use that when you do punch it into the website. So for instance, this is a 2021 Franz Wagner Donruss Optic Prism. So it's a hollow or a silver. So whenever it has prism up there in the back, that means it's a hollow or a silver. And this is one called Blue Velocity. So you can, one way you can look this up is on an app called centerstage.com. You just hold your phone over the card and it will identify. It has millions of cards in there, so it's pretty easy to, very easy to use. And you can actually store your collection in there. It's a pretty cool little app. So one of the first things you want to do is make sure you have a clean working surface. So in this case, I put down, first I clean the bottom of the desk underneath this. Then I put down a sheet of white paper and then I feel over it to feel if there's any dirt or dust or grime or sand or something that when I take this card out and put it down, I don't want it to be sitting on top of a piece of whatever. All right, so I take the card out. So now this is the previous penny sleeve. I'm not going to use this for this card again. I'm going to put it in a new sleeve. So try to get used to that so you, in case there is some dirt and some grime in that sleeve, you'll have gotten rid of it. You can wear some gloves to do this as well, because especially with chrome cards, you want to wipe off the fingerprints. And you always wipe away from the center. So go to the center and wipe out, never wipe in, because you might catch an edge or a corner. You're not really doing this to it. You're just going out, out. Down here, just want to go out, out. Try not to let it slip. And so that's pretty much it. Especially on chrome cards. I'm not doing much to paper cards. Just kind of this, you're not doing any pressure. You're just wiping it, the back, really. You don't want to do anything to that. Then you take a new penny sleeve, take a pair of scissors, and this is a trick that I always like to share. Put it into that little corner right there. If I can get in there. All right, so now it's in there. And then just kind of glide it up a little bit so it cuts off that corner. Now I'll show you why we do that. So I pick up the card, try to get any more thumbprints on it. Careful with it there. All right, so then when I put it in, let's see which side is the, yeah, so the torn side is on the left. So I put it in on this edge. Now when you go to put it in, normally you have to be careful of that edge, which you're still going to be careful, but you can now go past that corner and slide it in with ease. Then you're going to take a card saver. You can buy these off Amazon stuff. I'll put links in my description to all the supplies and stuff you need. And then you want to take a thick card, so like a patch card. Get a patch card of a card you don't really care about. Like for instance, this is a Jared Butler, but look at the patch. It's wrinkled up there, so it's not really a valuable card or anything like that. I like to put it into the sleeve and just jam it down in that corner. Just squish it down in there good. Get it nice and make it roomy at what you're doing. You're trying to make some room for when you slide your card in that you want graded. You want it to catch, but you don't want it to go in so snug that it affects the card, right? So now I can put it down here. Try to use 2 fingers at the top to push in. Try not to just jam it like with your finger, with 1 finger or 2 fingers, because now you're affecting that edge. So you want to kind of hold it and push it down. All right, so that one is in. Now I'll do this next one, show you one more time. So I'm gonna take out, this is a James Harden Panini rookie card. Now it's not a chrome. So again, moving the sleeve so it's out of the way. Now this isn't a chrome, so there's not much chance of a thumbprint as much. Still, you got oils on your hands. I should be wearing gloves. Once again, I should be wearing gloves. So go out, out, out. Then we'll flip it over. Really, the best way to flip it over would be to do it like that. Like lift the paper, and you flip it over, and just wipe it down on the outside. Now, if you do let's say, like this card, this Eric Dickerson card. This is an old cardboard card. You don't want to be wiping hard on this. You're going to be peeling off. You're going to have some paper loss. You're peeling off the paint, all that good stuff. So you want to make sure you're when you wipe, you're talking about the newer cards, whether it's chromium or even just the glossy cards that we see mostly nowadays. Anyways, all right. So I'm gonna get a sleeve here. Right this corner. And just slice it. You know, we're talking about like 1/2 inch. See right there. And then I flip it over here. Let's see. Here. And then again, I lift the paper. And grab it by its edges. Slip it in carefully. And then again, it can go beyond that corner. So it slides in easy. And you don't have any problem there. Then, come back to your card saver. Jam this guy down in there. And again, you're just making space. It's like if George Costanza borrows your turtleneck, you're just kind of stretching it out a little bit so that next time you wear the turtleneck, it's going to be all spacious and stretched out. See? Totally makes sense now, right? All right. Now, this, again, you move it down. Take 2 fingers, hold it. You push it down. There's room. There's stuff on the outside, not on the inside, but now I got that ready to send for grading. Now, one thing I want to tell you is take another card saver. When you're done, put your thick card in there. Smoosh it around, and now just store it like this. So I actually have a couple that I just store like this, and then they're ready at any time for me to pull out and put another card in. They're ready to go. And all right, so now we'll move on to now you see how to prepare the cards. Now we'll move on to the website itself, SGC's website, which is very easy to use. Okay, so we're gonna have me on screen down here while we do all the good stuff up here. So gosgc.com is where you want to go to get to SGC's website. Then you want to go in the top right. If you don't have an account yet, go ahead and create an account. Then the top right up here, I'm gonna log in, and because I've already created an account, it should pull me up as somebody that's already got an account. We're going to go through, I'm going to do 4 different cards for us to go through, and I'll explain the different nuances that I can explain at least. It really is very easy. I will say this, I've sent cards to all like 5 major card grade, so right here, start new submission, to the 5 main card grading companies, and without question, you go standard card grading over here. Without question, SGC is the easiest interface to do it. They are, it's super easy. They put a lot of thought into their user interface, which a lot of the companies don't. And they put a lot of thought into making it so you don't have to be a rocket scientist to get through it. All right, so first we're going to do that James Harden rookie card. I'm going to put that in first. So you can see here, it says, hint, start with year, manufacturer, and card number, and click on the result that best matches your card. So the year we're going to go with is 2009. Click into here first. Oh, before we get into this too, I want to go over the services and pricing and show you something interesting because it's important. All right, so if you click on the services and pricing, which is through the grading here, you'll see here for this is under $1,500 value cards that we're dealing with. I'm not sending in. I don't have $2,000 cards, so if you do, then it's a whole different deal, or it's a different deal. I'll say it like that. So from here, you can see 1 to 9 cards, it costs $24 per card. 10 to 19 cards, $22. 20 to 49, $20. So something I want to show you real quick. So if you look at this, oh, it's a $4 difference between sending 9 cards and sending 20 cards. So what I want to show you is how that isn't necessarily the case. So in other words, if you can send more cards, it behooves you to. It's a obviously higher one-time amount you're going to pay, but it will save you more, a lot more. I'm going to show you, not a lot more. It's going to save you more than just that $4 per card. So let's say we're sending 5 cards. So 5 cards at $24 each. That's $120 plus we're sending 5 cards. So the return shipping on that, we're coming back USPS priority. The return shipping is going to be $15. So $135, divide that by the 5 cards, and your cost per card is $27. All right, let's go to 10 cards. If you go 10 cards, which is now $22, 10 cards, which is now $22 each, add the $15 ship. Oh, actually, now it jumps up to the $25. So you had the $25 return shipping. It's $245. Divide that by 10 cards, and it comes to $24.50. So it went from $27 for 5 cards, $27 each, to $24.50 for 10 cards, $24.50 for each card. So here it shows a $2 difference, but in reality, with the shipping, it's actually $2.50 difference, right? $2.50. Now, if you do 20 cards at $20 a piece, 20 times 20, 20 cards, $20 each, plus the $25 shipping equals $425. Divide that by 20 cards, and your cost per card is $21.25. So if you sent 5 cards in, which was $27 a card, to $21.25 if you send 20 cards. So that difference, $5.75 per card, is it's another few cards. Like that's another several cards you could get graded. Let's see, what's that? 525 times 25 times 20 divided by 21.25. That's almost another 5 cards you could send in to get graded if you're doing the $27 per card amount. So it behooves you to do more cards, but if you go to 29 cards, maybe it's not the same because this goes up, So you have to just think about your cost per card analysis, if you will. All right, so let's get back over to this. So it has the same thing here, just doesn't have the shipping pricing on here. So let's go with the first one is this 2009 Panini. Oh wait, Panini manufacturer. And then the card number is 353. And now I just got to find it. Look at that. It's the only one there. So that worked out well for me. All right, so I add that just by clicking on it. Don't do anything fancy. It's asking for a declared value. Now remember, you're saying it's going to be an under $1,500 value. So this is basically for your insurance purposes, So, if it grades out super high, it's going to be an expensive card. So I'm going to say like $200 for that one. And then over here, I think I'm out of the screen over here. So over here, you click next, and boom, it adds it to your order. Oh, yeah. So now you go on to the next one. So it's got $1 and $200 declared value. Click standard again, and next. Oh, that's not what I want. Okay, so instead of going down here and picking next, you just add your next card. You don't go down here. Next is you're finishing up the order. So next, now I've got this Franz Wagner Blue Velocity Prism rookie card that I want to send in. So it's 2021, and then it is Prism. Oh no, sorry, this is actually Donruss Opted. And the number on this one is 185. Now you're gonna have to sort through, so it's got a different different sports in here that have a number. So football has 185. Shane Bieber is it for baseball. So now we're gonna scroll down to the Franz Wagner, and this is ours, but ours is the blue velocity that we're trying to find. So view more results right there. Keep going down. Blue velocity prism. So that's the one. So I check that. Now, obviously, if you don't know what your card is, there's a free app called Center Stage. They'll take a picture of your card and you'll scan over the card and take a picture and tell you exactly what that card is. It's pretty amazing um, app. All right, so in here, same thing. I'll put $200. I'm probably gonna end up putting $200 for all of these. Um, and then, all right, so now it's in. So I just tapped out of that and added to my total. So now come back up and go on to the next one. And now I try to keep them in order of how I entered them so that when I pack them, they're all in order and easy for me, but they're also easy for them. Now, same thing. I'm going to do another parallel. This is the Julio Rodriguez purple parallel from Topps Chrome Update. And this is one of my favorite new cards that I pulled. So off-centered, but I'm still hopeful of at least a 9 on this. And it's going to be my Julio Rodriguez rookie card because I kind of want to highlight one of my best cards. Topps Chrome Update. I like to have like at least displayed. I like to have one. Oh yeah, why am I putting in his name? Topps Chrome Update, and then the number USC 150. All right, so it's going to go through, and there it is. Finds it. Now I got to find my refractor. Blue, green, pink, purple. There it is. Add that. Now for this, I'm going to declare it a little higher value. We're going to say, let's say 300 on this one. And again, you click out, and it's doing the raw grading services we're doing on this. And the reason you're choosing this is that's what you're doing, raw card, and you're getting it graded. But if you wanted a crossover, like in other words, you have a slab from another company, then you choose the crossover and you send the slab. They will crack it out and they'll do the new slab. If you want to do a review, which is, I believe that's if you're not happy with the grade, you can send it in. They'll do a review to confirm it. A reholder is if you have, say you have one that cracked, or say you have an old SGC label, the green and white label. You can send that in. It's a fee, but they'll reholder it for you. And pre-grade encapsulation is just them encapsulating a card you love, and you don't want it graded. You just want it encapsulated and memorialized. All right, so then this next one I'm gonna choose is the Bowman Chrome Mojo Benny Montgomery Auto. And the reason I'm showing you this is it's an autographed card, and SGC grades autographed cards for free. No additional fees for that, so that I love. So this is a 2022 Bowman Chrome, and then the number is BMA-BM, which I think is Bowman Chrome. Oh yeah, Bowman Chrome Mega Box autographed Benny Montgomery. Now mine is not a blue or green refractor. It's just this regular old autographed Benny Montgomery. Hoping big things from Mr. Montgomery. He's a raw talent, got a lot of raw tools, but hopefully we'll see something good from him. All right, so he's added over here. Same thing, I'll put, let's put two, we'll split the difference. Let's put 250 on that one. All right, so I'm going to keep doing this, put all my cards in, and then we'll come back and do the rest. Okay, so I have all my cards entered in, and down here, click Next. It's going to take us to the shipping. I will choose Standard. Now my address is on the next screen, so I probably, so we'll skip that part. And then the payment, so you see up here. So you're going to select in service right now, select return shipping method. That's how you want it sent back to you. And review and payment, and then the order confirmation after that. All right, and then make sure you will print out 2 packing lists, and I'll explain why. All right, so I printed out 2 of the invoices, one that I'm going to hold on to for my records, and one that I'm going to send with the cards, wrap around the cards. So the way I like to do it is fold it kind of in half, like a little off, just a little bit, so that the cards can kind of tuck up in there and make a little indentation. This isn't something you have to do, but I just like to kind of pocket the cards in there, if you know what I mean. So if you see that. So I like to get in there like that. Maybe fold down this piece. Oh, also I like to put a rubber band around these cards itself. And I don't like double the rubber band, just enough to like, these aren't going anywhere, right? And then put these in this, and then you want to sandwich it between 2 pieces of cardboard so that it really holds on tight, right? And then I put another rubber band around it. Put another rubber band around the top. And, you know, you're not doubling them up, like I said. You're just trying to secure them. These aren't going anywhere. And you're all set. Get them in a box. Put some little, you know, this is a little tiny box. As you can see, a little tiny thing. Put the padding in on the bottom. Put that in there. Then put some padding on top. And then wrap it up and send it off. I like to put the invoice number on the outside of the box and label and all that stuff, but I put it on a few of the sides of the box so they know what's coming. They know what invoice it is. And that's all I got. So let me know if you send some stuff off to our boys at SGC. Let me know how that goes for you. I'm looking forward to hearing about it. And make sure you have a happy hobby.